Dr. Death Season 2 Episode 2 begins where the last one finished, in London in 2012. Keziah Shorten is coughing and looking very unwell after her procedure. Chicago 2013, Hannah is recovering in her hospital bed after her groundbreaking surgery. Suddenly, there's an emergency, and she dies mere hours after her operation. Benita is editing footage of Hannah for the documentary when she is informed that there were complications with her surgery and she died. Bettina is devastated but meets with Paolo and tells him she's angry because he told her Hannah was getting better. However, she moves forward with her peace on Macchiarini and continues her forbidden relationship with him. Elsewhere, Benita's ex-husband John has died, and she and her daughter cope with that loss. Back in the Stockholm timeline, Patient 2 is revealed, and his name is Andemariam Bayene. He would be the first biosynthetic trachea, but he's having second thoughts, as he thinks it's too risky. He thinks there's no guarantees, and it could be irresponsible to go through with it. However, he has 6 months to live, and Paolo persuades him to go through with it. The surgery is seemingly a success, and Paolo's research gets published in a prestigious journal. New York 2013, Benita is upset with what she calls a whole lot of death, with Hannah and John both passing away. She thinks she doesn't have a story, but convinces herself to hold on to the hopeful. Benita conducts an interview with Paolo on camera, talking about Hannah, and they have sex afterward. She asks him if he has any doubts about the surgeries, but he believes his work will save lives. There's a montage of the relationship progressing. They spend time together, arguing about the Rolling Stones, and generally growing much closer. Paolo reveals he's going to Moscow for a surgery and wants Benita to come with him. She also tells him she wants to wait until the special airs before officially revealing their relationship. Moscow 2013, Paolo and Benita meet with his next patient, Yulia, a former dancer who was left with a damaged windpipe after a horrible accident. She says the quality of life is more important than life itself. Paolo says she's the perfect candidate for elective surgery, and he wants to perform his magical plastic trachea surgery on her, and she would be his first elective patient. Things take a turn, with Benita ill in hospital, and they run tests to find out what's wrong with her. Paolo comes to visit her, and she undergoes a common procedure. Benita is infected with sepsis with uterine fibroids and screams in pain as Paolo performs an emergency incision on her to ease the pain. He cuts her wide open in a Russian hotel room without telling her what he's doing first. Stockholm 2012, Andemariam's procedure was a success, and he survives. Everyone raises a glass to Paolo and cheers for him. New York 2013, Christmas. Benita, Paolo, and Lizzie all spent it together like a family. Paolo proposes, and she says yes. The episode ends in Stockholm 2012, funding is running out for the surgeries. They need to expand globally with more surgeries which will equal more money. However, Anders finds out that all his lab rats died soon after receiving the plastic windpipes. The episode review. This episode features some really grim realities about the procedures Paolo is performing on his patients, with the devastating death of Hannah being the most gut-wrenching moment in the series so far. Edgar Ramirez is both charming and creepy in equal measure, and Mandy Moore has great chemistry with him. The timelines do cause a bit of confusion with a lot of back and forth, and the story would have benefited from taking place in chronological order.